So, let's take a look and see what Lacey has had to say. Let's just hear this bullshit that he was spewing about why Kick is so bad. No, Scarlett, they didn't fast track me, and I wouldn't have asked them to fast track me either. If I'm gonna gain partner on Kick, I'm gonna do it just like everyone else. I am not special. Okay, I am not special. I wouldn't ask for any kind of special treatment just because I'm streaming on their platform and I'm me. I'm nothing. I'm there's absolutely zero reason I should be getting any kind of like fast track special treatment. Nothing like that. I have to earn it just like everyone else. Just like I earn my affiliate and partner on Twitch, I have to earn my verified and partner on Kick just like everybody else. Well, Gore, if you want to, and thank you, Skitty and Kendrak. Okay, let's see what bullshit goes spewing out of Lacey's mouth here.
Hey guys, welcome back to ClownfishTV. This is Neon, and I swear to God, this has to be a bit. We're going to talk about that FaZe Clan kid, that Lacey.
Funky Fishy.
Do you remember this? We talked about him a couple of months ago. That he was very angry that he was only making $2,000 a day on Twitch. Now, granted, that was down.
Oh, this was this guy. That was this guy that we were making fun of when he was pissing and moaning about the fact that, oh, I'm only making $2,000 a day from Twitch ads. Okay, this is coming as less of a surprise that he would pull this bullshit then. This is nowhere near as surprising then.
From 10 grand
yeah,
a day.
He does, Carjacker. It's why I didn't recognize him.
He was only making $2,000 a day. What was he gonna do? He was gonna be a mailman. Remember that? We'll talk about that. Well, now he's out there again, complaining that he went to Kick and he's only making $1,500 a stream on Kick. Only making $1,500 a stream. And he said he streamed for 9 hours. 9 hours. It's a long time to stream. He only streamed for 9 hours.
That's a long stream, yes.
That breaks down to like $160, $170 an hour.
No, I'm pretty sure someone did the math and someone on Twitter, I think, did the math, and it was like $220 an hour. If you were to break it down to an hourly wage, it was like $220 an hour by making like $1,900 or $1,700 for 9 hours of work. Broke down to about $220 per hour.
You know, God, how is he going to live? How is this guy going to live? Oh my God.
I have no idea.
A lot of these streamers who are making this ridiculous money today are going to be flat ass broke in a couple of years because they clearly have no concept of money. Unless this is all a bit, unless this is all for show. But I'm seeing so many of these younger streamers, these younger influencers.
Okay, sorry, Neon. I mean, Leo, you have to remember, I am not making money just by streaming on Kick. I have to be a partner to do that. As verified, I only gain revenue from subs right now on Kick. And I'm not going to say how much I earned. Actually, no, why not? Okay. Basically, if you guys want to know, my earnings for my last stream on Kick was $47. That's what I got on my last Kick stream yesterday. That's it. This $47. That's all. Because I'm only earning revenue from subs. That's just from subs. I don't earn revenue just by streaming. So Lacey, I'm guessing, is partnered. So I'm guessing Lacey is earning money just from streaming alone, in addition to whatever he's making from subscriptions. Oh no, Alistair, I'm not complaining at all. I am not. Hello, Tyso. I'm not. I'm simply just being factual. Like, I usually don't talk about how much revenue I earn from streaming because it's not overly
Shit, give me
important.
Lacey's metrics and ID. Happily stream 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Brethren, I've said fundamentally the same thing. I'll bring up what I posted on Twitter in response to this very, I think it might have been, it was either this one or Yeet's post on Twitter. When this was put up. I will show you what I said in response to this.
But I'm seeing so many of these younger
And I'm good,
streamers, these
Tysel.
younger influencers, especially, just not having any concept of basic economics and what average people actually make. And I'm like, where the hell did you come from? Did you never work a day job before? Because I'm getting the vibe
No,
a
they
lot of these
didn't.
people never worked a day job. So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, check out badorks.com while you're at it. Badorks.com. We got some bad orc pins out there. So I'm going to go out to the original article. I'm going to do a recap for you. This is Deserto from last fall. It was last November. FaZe Lacey blasts Twitch and claims he's only making.
What? Alistair, what pins? I don't have pins. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to with my very cool. Are you talking about the pins Neon was talking about? Because those are his, not mine. Okay, the Clownfish bag orc pins. Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, I don't have pins. What are you talking about? At least not yet.
In $2,000 a day from ad revenue. So FaZe claims Lacey has hit out at Twitch after a massive drop in his ad revenue, claiming he's now only making $2,000 a day. When it comes to making money from live streaming, streamers have a few different avenues to go down. There, of course, are donations, subscriptions, and brand partnerships, but ad revenue has been a massive boost for some. Now, Twitch, as I understand it, the ad revenue is not that fantastic, but for him, apparently it is, or was. For some streamers who have exclusive contracts, they've been able to negotiate their split on ads and the number of which they have to run per stream. However, even if you don't have such a deal, you can still make big money. This was shown when former Call of Duty pro Parasite revealed how much he made a few months back off Twitch. Lacey has
Yeah, and this largely depends, like how well you do with ads depends upon a couple factors. Number one, how many people you have in chat that are not subscribed, and how frequently you run ads. Now, me, I have always, from the get-go, kept ads at the minimum. I've had ads minimized as much as possible because I don't want people getting inundated with ads. I know that, the more ads I have running on my channel, the more people that when they get an ad, they're more likely to click off of your channel when you catch an ad versus sticking around. Because a lot of people don't have the money to be able to pay for a subscription to a streamer. And so if there are like a ton of ads that are running on my stream and people can't afford to buy a subscription, I don't want someone that is enjoying my stream to have the stream interrupted by an ad every 20 or 30 minutes, because nothing is going to make someone click off faster from my stream than having a shitload of ads being thrown at them all fucking stream. I can fully appreciate how annoying that would be and how much I would not want to partake in that stream. And that's why I have, from the get-go, tried to minimize the ads as much as possible. So, I try to keep it so I don't have pre-rolls going, and at the same time, it's minimized. So I think maybe there's like an ad run every hour. I think maybe every half hour, but I've tried to minimize them as much as possible. Because of that, I make like nothing off of ad revenue. I never have, and I probably never will, because I'm going to keep the ad revenue as limited as I can. For some people, especially if they have a big audience, if they really maximize out the ad runs, they can make a lot of ad revenue. So that, it varies on it. My guess is Lacey probably had the ads seriously maxed up on his stream. And that's probably why he was like, talk about here. My ad revenue went from 10,000 plus at some points per day to $2,000 a day. He was making $10,000 a day just from ads. So it's like, yeah, that's clearly he was maxing out his ads, because even with the volume of people that he has in his chat, the only way he's getting that is if he maxes them out. Like, he basically has ads running like every 20 minutes. It's the only way he's going to be getting the 10,000, because you're getting a certain dollar amount per person in your audience that sees the ad. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, because that's going to detract from the enjoyment that people get watching my stream. Flat out. And Colonel, I did see it, and I got the reference.
Apparently seen a massive drop in his ad revenue again. This is last fall. So now he's trying out Kick, because a lot of people are going to Kick, including Asmongold, who comments. So I'm going to like react to Asmongold's reaction.
Oh, Zach.
It's like reactception or something. But it's
Reactception
interesting because
times
he
two,
went to
chat.
Kick. He made a bunch of money on Kick, but he's got a much larger audience, I'm assuming. I didn't even know who this guy was. I don't follow FaZe Clan, but I didn't know who this guy was. Even last fall, I'm like, damn, I'm doing it wrong. If you're making $10,000 a day, dude, I'm doing it all wrong.
Thank you, Victor.
He said, I go and check my ad revenue. Yeah, I'm not getting ad revenue. I'm not getting the correct ad revenue. The issue with this is I don't even have tags in my name. I don't talk about politics. I don't do anything. Yeah, apparently they were cutting back on people talking about politics, right?
Yep.
He said, my ad revenue went from $10,000 plus at some points per day to now like $2,000 a day. For someone who was making upwards of 5 figures a day, now only making $2,000 a day off ad revenue.
Oh, only.
Something's wrong. Something's going on where my ad revenue is not correct and it's not what it should be. This is where he got me. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. The FaZe Clan member said if he wanted to make $2,000 a day, he'd become a mailman.
Tell me you do not have a fucking clue how the real world works without telling me you don't have a fucking clue how the real world works. The fact that he said this just proves how incredibly brain dead he is and how much of a spoiled fucking brat he is. Lacey is a spoiled fucking brat who has probably never worked a day in his life. He has probably grown up streaming. My guess is while he was still living with mommy and daddy were paying the bills, he was able to get into streaming, and by the time he graduated high school, he was able to make a good go of streaming and has never fucking worked a day in his life. Yeah, exactly. I think we are all in the wrong jobs if a mailman is earning $2,000 per day. Okay? It's the only people that are earning $2,000 a day are seriously high-class business professionals. And I'm talking like upper echelon people are making $2,000 a day. 90 to 95% of the people working out there do not make anywhere even close to $2,000 per day. So, I mean, he basically outed himself as being completely out of touch and completely outed himself to anybody that still follows on his streams as he does not give a fuck about that. That basically he views his chat as dollar signs. That is how he views his chat. He does not see people. He does not see individuals. He does not see human beings behind the screen names. He only sees colored dollar signs. That's the kind of person that he is. Oh yeah, Victor, I have no doubt that most of FaZe Clan are... Hell, one of them, we saw the video where he got booted off of Fortnite for cheating. Like, none of them are any good from what I've heard. None of them.
He must know some rich postal workers. So Twitch, if you don't fix my ad revenue and put back to normal, I'm not going to be streaming on the platform. I don't care. I don't do this for fun. This is my job. I do it to make a living.
And that is where you fail. That is precisely the wrong fucking attitude. This right here is the wrong fucking attitude when it comes to streaming. You should stream because you want to have fun, because you enjoy engaging with the people in your community. That should be the first and foremost thing on your mind anytime you stream. Money should be secondary. Okay? When it comes to streaming, if you want to be a good streamer, that people will enjoy your content, money comes second, the people come first. And having fun on stream comes first. Because if you're not having fun on stream, if all you're doing is streaming for the dollars and you're not there to actually have fun, your stream is going to suck. Your stream will be boring if all you're there for is for the money. Flat the fuck out. If I ever get to a point where I am no longer having fun streaming and I'm only thinking about the money aspect of it, that's going to be the day that I question if I should be continuing to stream. Point blank. If I ever get to that point, I will have to take a serious hard look at myself and say, do I want to still continue to stream like this? If I'm not enjoying myself and I'm not having fun. And I'm not finding a sense of fulfillment in streaming and talking with you guys and just being with you guys. I think Lacey needs to take a really fucking hard look at himself.
Hey, there are people out there trying to make a living on less than $2,000 a month there, dude. I mean,
Yep.
What? You just come off as being incredibly entitled. Is this like the male equivalent of these female streamers that are like insulting people? I don't know what it's called, but like these female Twitch streamers are insulting people and being like, you broke ass, give me, another $100 or something. It's
Yeah. He's the female equivalent of Pokimane and Frogan. If you're a broke boy, just say you're a broke boy. Or Frogan begging for her chat to pay for her rent. He's the male equivalent of that.
it's ridiculous. That's what this feels like to me.
Turtle, I'm
feels
counting
like
on
he
it.
knows this is being ridiculous. He's trying to shake down his audience for more money. So now he's got a new one. And I about fell on my chair because he went to Kick thinking he was going to make a lot more money on Kick. And apparently
Lacey needs to get smacked upside the head by a clue by 4.
Oh my, Leo, that is good. Leo, I'm stealing that. I am stealing that. That is fucking good. A clue by 4? I like that. That is very clever, and I'm telling you right now, I'm stealing it. Okay, Tez, have a great night.
it's not working out because he's only making $1,500 a day on Kick. Oh my God. So let's check this out.
I have decided that I'm not going to be multi-streaming on Kick anymore. I told you guys It was an experiment that I wanted to test out to see if it was worth it, if I liked it. And to be honest, it felt like I was separated from 2 chats.
He just got this kid. I swear.
Okay, skill issue. If you're gonna say I'm gonna multi-stream on Kick, and I feel like I'm separated from my 2 chats, I'm sorry, gamer, skill issue. I'm running 2 chats right now. Strays, you tell me. And have I been able to engage with all of you on both platforms reasonably well? Like Twitch chat and Kick chat. Have I been able to engage with both of you guys reasonably well? I'd like to think I have been. I'd certainly like to think I have been. Granted, I mean, the chat is flowing in my OBS faster than it usually ever has. I think I'm doing pretty good myself. So, Lacey, if you can't, and I have Lacey, if you cannot handle 2 chats in your OBS, skill issue, gamer. That's a skill issue. That's on you. You're just being a bitch. Okay? And what he's doing is he's hiding the fact that he expected to come over to Kick and get back to his $10,000 a day. And so now he's getting pissy about the fact that he actually needs to put more mental work into keeping up with 2 different chats. And he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't want to have to use his brain. He just wants to basically brain deadly look at one chat from one platform and talk about nothing and just rake in mud. He doesn't want to actually put forth the effort that comes with engaging in two different streaming platform communities. I know what Asmon's going to say, Leo. Asmon's going to tell him get more viewers. Because that's what he's quoted as saying. But the fact is, he wouldn't be able to handle more viewers. That's the thing. By his own words, if he's saying he can't keep up with 2 different chats, and that's too much for him to handle, then getting more viewers would not fix this problem. And well, getting more viewers would fix the revenue issue if he's pissing and moaning about the revenue. If he gains more viewers, that revenue will go up. But if he's bitching that he can't keep up with 2 different chats, well, then he's fucked. Then you know what, Lacey? Maybe this isn't for you if you can't keep up. J10, it's entirely possible the majority of might be emote spamming. It's absolutely possible. But it's like he's proven that he's a little bitch. He's not mature enough. It's like this sounds like a maturity issue. He sounds like a spoiled little brat that just wants to sit around, play video games, and have money handed to him, and doesn't want to actually do anything else. That's what this is sounding like. And in which case, go away, little bitch boy. The grown-ups are talking.
Swear to God. Was his dad like an oil baron or something? I mean, seriously, like just the entitlement that this kid just oozes. Like I didn't run the other clip, but I'm just like, every time I see this guy, I'm just like, my God, this is like one of those kids that would be out there on Instagram, like burning $1,000 bills just, just because he could.
Yep.
That's
he would be.
And number 2, being completely honest and upfront with you guys, the money is not good enough. It was not good enough. It's simple as that. I streamed for 9 hours yesterday and I made $1,500 off of it, or $1,700. So
you stream
anyone that was not a prissy little bitch.
I'm being told
like
that
him.
It's a skill issue, just don't die.
Yeah. Anyone that was not a prissy little bitch boy like this would be fucking thrilled at earning $1,700 for one stream. Fucking thrilled. They would be head over heels at earning that much money. But this guy, who's too fucking lazy to even soundproof his streaming space. Seriously, the echo on his fucking monitor. If this guy's gotta have tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he can't even be asked to put up proper baffling in his streaming space so there's not this fucking echo happening? Fuck you, dude. You don't give a shit about your stream. You just want people to hand you money. Go the fuck away. Go get a real fucking job. Go get a real job for 1 fucking week. Lacey needs to go work in retail for 1 or 2 weeks. Doing the shit jobs that thousands upon thousands of people have to do every single day. Do that for 1 to 2 weeks. And then say that $1,700 for 9 hours of streaming isn't enough. Okay? Take away all this money for 2 weeks. Okay? This is what needs to happen with Lacey. His bank accounts need to be frozen for 2 weeks. Actually, I'll even say a month. Let's do this right. Bank accounts frozen for 1 month. He has to go live in a cheap 1-bedroom apartment, and he's got to go work a standard minimum wage job for 1 month. He gets no money other than what he earns from that minimum wage job for 1 month. And after that 1 month, then maybe he can say earning $1,700 for 1 9-hour stream is not enough money. Until he does that, Lacey, you're full of shit, and all you're doing is just verbal diarrheaing at this point. It means fucking nothing. You're a thief with the crypto bullshit. You're a spoiled little brat bitch that just wants to basically live the high life and not actually do any work for it.
Stream for 9 hours. You sat in a chair and you talked into the microphone and you made $1,500 to $1,700. Again, that breaks down to like $160, $170 some dollars an hour. And you're like, what, like 21, 22?
So I'm right.
What the fuck?
So I'm right. He's been streaming ever since high school. He's never worked a real job in his life. If he's 21 or 22, he literally has been streaming since high school, and that has been his job since he's graduated high school. He has never actually done a real job. He does not know what actual work looks like. And so, yes, he needs to be removed from all of his riches here, put him in a shitty 1-bedroom apartment like 90% of the rest of the country, and work a minimum wage job for 1 month. You get no money other than what you earn from that job. We'll give you $500 to start with, and then you only get what you earn from that job for 1 month. And then afterwards, then you tell me that that's not enough. You fucking asshat. Go suck on daddy's cock for a little bit more money if you want it.
Like, you know, how much money do you think people actually make? Well, it's the same guy, same brain trust, who thinks that mailmen make $500,000 plus a year. It's just unbelievable. Look, I don't wish for harm to happen to anybody in this space, right?
I agree,
tough.
Atanashi.
It's tough
Yeah.
to do this.
No, Duran, not boot camp. No, not boot camp will not serve. Boot camp will not serve our needs here. Boot camp is just physical fitness, which is not going to teach him about what money means. You need to actually put him on the front lines in the workforce. Have him be a fucking barista at Starbucks. Have him be a cashier at McDonald's. Have him be a fucking Uber driver in some like 4-door sedan. Okay, have him work an actual job that thousands of people have to work every day just to survive. That is where the real lesson will come into play. Boot camp won't do a thing. Boot camp is not going to do a damn thing. And yeah, Sphinx, Atanashi, all you guys, yes, I fully agree. Working in customer service for at least a year should be mandatory. It should be mandatory that you have to work in customer service for 1 year. Because you know what that does? It gives you insight into how people in that position are treated. And it will change your perspective when you are on the other side of the counter as the customer. It will, for most people, give you a sense of humility and a sense of empathy for the person working there. I will guarantee you, every one of you in chat that has worked a service industry job or a customer service job, when you go to a store, a tech store, a grocery store, a department store, what have you, and you have to speak with someone working at those businesses, I will bet anything that you guys will treat that person with respect. And if something goes awry, like they can't get the thing that you want, you don't go off on them like some fucking Karen or some fucking fucking Chad and start bitching about the fact that they don't have the thing that you want. You'll just go, okay, You know, is this an option or is this an option? And you'll treat the person with respect because you have been in that position. You know how that person feels. You know what is in their control and what is not in their control. And that's why working a customer service job or something of that ilk should be mandatory. Just to give you some fucking humility when it comes to addressing people. Because you will know how it feels on the other side of it. When people are complete assholes to you just for the sake of being assholes and being uppity little cunts and thinking that they are the center of the world. You'll have been there. You know how it feels, and you will not want to do that to another person. That's what he needs to do.
In this space, right? It's tough. It's tough to do this, sometimes. But let's be honest here. You're not exactly out there digging ditches. You're not exactly out there putting your life on the line. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this. You got a nice air-conditioned little space you're streaming from with your basketball and your Pokemon shit on the walls. I mean, seriously.
If I'm being completely upfront and honest, it's just the money's not worth having to, co-stream on 2 platforms. But listen, it's all love to Kick. I have nothing against Kick. I do like Kick, obviously.
The translation: Kick needs to pay me to be here, and I'm sorry if they're going to throw some. Look at Asmund Gould's face. That's everything right there. He's fishing for a deal. He wants a guarantee. He wants them to give him big bucks to come over,
and they're not gonna. They're not gonna because they don't need to. That's the funny part. Kick, literally by simply existing and being a more fair platform to its content creators than Twitch, is all that Kick is needed to do to get people to come stream on their platform. And yeah, they flat out said they're not doing deals. I saw that article, Andrea. Kick has said that they're not going to be doing any deals. They didn't do a deal with Asmund. They didn't do a deal with Tectone. Asmund and Tectone are literally only earning money through the partner program and through subs on Kick. That is how they're earning money. They have received no deal and no contract with Kick at all. Your friend that literally cannot work in customer service because she can't keep her mouth shut to save her life against rude people. That's why she does better as a stay-at-home wife. I mean, Niku, that's fair. Some people don't know how to bite their tongue and just bury the anger when they get treated like shit. I can understand that. I can appreciate that. Mocap, I don't know if Nux got offered one or not. I don't follow Nux all that closely, so I have no idea if he got offered any kind of deal and refused it or not.
To be honest, he should be made to live in a small room that had a bed and barely enough room for anything else and only given money for rent plus the bare minimum for living expenses, considering I have to live on £400 a month in government handouts after rent had been paid to the landlord.
Well, and Demonix, that's what I was talking about. Telling him, have him live like the average minimum wage worker for 1 month. And he only gets the money that comes from that minimum wage job. That's exactly what I was talking about.
And there are a lot of other people. They'll take their chances. They really don't need you. I'm going to be honest. So those deals are mostly over. Kick, to get people to the platform, they were throwing ridiculous money at Twitch streamers and YouTubers to move over to Kick, and I don't think that's the case anymore. Same with Spotify. They were trying to poach every big podcast they could poach, and those deals don't exist anymore because they got burnt.
They're gone.
For every one success they would have, right? They would probably have 20 people that they gave a bunch of money to that didn't perform.
We got J10. I appreciate that.
And whatever.
But it's just not really worth it at the time. I feel like if my name's going to be attached to a streaming platform, I respectfully, no ego shit, need to be making more than.
No, that's precisely the definition of ego shit. Okay? That is the definition of ego shit. If my name is going to be attached to the platform, I need to make more money. First of all, Lacey, your name doesn't mean fuck all to Kick. Okay? You entitled little bitch. Your name means precisely fuck all. Chick would be far more inclined to offer a deal to Asmon or Tectone, because guess what? They're bringing in a fuck ton more people than you ever will. Because my guess is you are probably going to have people that are going to be dropping off your Twitch stream now that you have basically broadcast to the fucking world you're in it only for the money and that you don't care. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden people start dropping out of your Twitch streams now that you're leaving Kick for these exact reasons. Congratulations, you just played yourself on the internet for everyone to see, and you're not even being shy about it. And you've basically broadcast to everyone that you don't want to put effort into your stream. You've broadcast this. You don't fucking care. All you want is money, and you don't want to have to make any effort into producing anything, any good content for your stream, the people in your stream to enjoy. You don't give a fuck about the people in your stream. All you care about is the money. That's why I said he doesn't look at his viewers as people. He just in his brain, the screen names that are scrolling through chat are not screen names, they're dollar signs. Sorry, that is not someone I would ever that is not someone's stream that I would ever go and view. Ever.
I respectfully, no ego shit, need to be making more than
just get
I guess he has Gold's reaction.
more
here.
viewers.
Just get more viewers.
Just get more viewers.
Yeah.
they
In the
pay you based
fucking
off of
work.
viewers, right? And so, like, if you're making 1,700, you're not getting a lot of viewers, and so, like, just get more.
No, I'm sorry. No, that's the wrong mentality from Asmon. That is the wrong mentality. And like Asmon can have that mentality because he has what 10 to 30,000 viewers in his Kick streams alone. So that's his thought process on it. It's the wrong thought process to have. It's put in the work, build your channel. Actually fucking work for it. Actually put in the effort. Actually show the people that come to your streams that you fucking care. That that the people in your chat are not just dollar signs to you. Literally, if you put any kind of heart into it to give the people in your stream an enjoyable experience, the viewership will go up. You literally just have to apply. He's not even willing to put in the most bare minimum of efforts. And that is why you fail.
Yeah, basically, like if it's that easy to make money on Kick, if you have an existing Twitch audience and you're not making more money than that.
Sorry, Neon. Speedwagon, I fully appreciate that Asmon isn't trying to help him. He's just trying to say get good. It's still the wrong mentality to basically be putting forth. I still think it is the wrong thing to be putting out there. Is like, oh, just get more views. The issue is he doesn't fucking care and he's not willing to put in effort. And just saying, well, the simple answer is just get more views. Like, yeah, I know it's Asmon. He doesn't fucking care. Excuse me. He's only there to clown on Lacey. I fully appreciate that. For me, it's the wrong attitude to take. But that's me. That's my viewpoint on it. Asmon does his thing. He's obviously very successful at it. I do my thing. I am modestly successful at it. And so that's all it is. 2120.
Have
don't
an
worry.
Existing Twitch audience and you're not making more
just
money than that, then
it's
it's
fine.
probably a you problem. I think this guy, again, I don't know. I know the deal basically with FaZe Clan, which I'm surprised are still around, right? But like, I think he got used to making $10,000 a day every day for years or a couple of years, and he thought it was always going to be this way, and it's not. I'm going to tell you right now, and this is something that we're kind of looking at too. Being in the space, not the same exact, because we don't stream all the effing time, but things are changing. And there are a lot of people in this space right now who are making really good money who will basically be broke within 2 years. And I hope to God I'm not one of them. No, I'm just saying, like, we can do other stuff. But it feels to me like everything is shifting. And at this point, like going out there and bragging about, oh my God, only $1,700 a day, only $2,000 a day. It's not worth my time. I'm like, I don't know, dude. You might be putting the fries in the bag, and I guarantee you, they're not going to pay you that kind of money. Nowhere near that kind of money. Just freaking real.
No, they don't,
Atanashi.
And that's part of his will. He's getting pissy about only making $1,700 a day because he wants to wear the fucking Rolexes and he wants to drive the Maseratis, and he basically just wants to spend and doesn't want to have to work for it. He's a spoiled little bitch brat. Flat out. He's a spoiled little bitch, and he needs a wake-up call. If he gets a wake-up call, he's going to turn around real fucking quick, I bet. He just needs that nice, sharp, shocking wake-up call. And maybe it might turn around. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's too late. Maybe his brain is so fucking rotted from streaming all of his adult life and only knowing that life, he can't cope with having an actual job. In which case, skill issue, dude. Get good.
The disconnect from reality. This guy says Asmongold is going to stay relevant. Lacey, let's see here. Lacey, on the other hand, not so much. Yeah, Lacey's completely out of touch. Asmongold still lives in like his mom's old house and lives like he's making $30,000 a year, right? He's got like 5 shirts or whatever. Like, seriously, $1,700 a day and complaining is next level. Yeah, absolutely. That's just some bullshit. So this guy's on kick. God, dude has to make sure he's being honest because he's probably generally a dishonest person. If you have to keep reminding people you're about to be honest, that's usually because you're not honest. The same with people. They're like, hey, you can trust me, bro. Trust me, I'm a nice person. Anybody that says that they're a nice person.
Sphinx, I think it's more than just that Asmon is frugal. I think Asmon, and no, I am not trying to compare myself on Matt, writ large her to Asmon. I think Asmon has a similar mentality that I do, which is I don't need the super expensive shit. I don't need to be living in a fucking mansion. I don't need the $100,000 sports car. I don't need the multi-$1,000 wardrobe. I don't need any of that. I don't want any of that. I want to be able to live comfortably in a decent place and that's it. I just want to live I want to live decently. And that's it. And I'm thinking Asmon has about the same mentality. He's fine with just living a decent life. Granted, he lived like a slob for a very long time. That is a whole different thing. I do not live like a slob. I try and keep my home reasonably neat and tidy. But as far as like material goods, he doesn't care. He doesn't need the material goods because that is not important to him. For people like Lacey defines himself by what he can buy. That's the big difference. People like Lacey, they literally define their entire existence by the rich goods that they can buy and show off. They need to show, they need to show that they have money. Because that is how they find fulfillment. Because they're a horrible person otherwise. The only way that they can get people to like them is to basically throw money around and say, look at how fucking rich I am. And that's the only way they can get people to like them. And if they can't throw money around, people will see them for who they are and know that they're someone they don't want to have anything to do with. And so the only reason why Lacey has anybody in his life right now is because of the money that he can throw in their direction. That's it. People like Asmon, people like myself, that don't care about that stuff can actually focus on the important parts of the streaming. Asman, he likes to bring up a lot of the, he's done a lot of political stuff, a lot of social commentary, and that's his thing. Me, I just come on the screen because I want to talk about things, I want to have fun, and I want to have an enjoyable time with all of you. So that's where Asman and mine, intentions when it comes to stream differ wildly from Lacey's. And who do you think is happier streaming? Lacey or me and Asman? Not a trick question.
Brags about being a nice person is probably a bag of shit. To be honest, it's been my experience. I've run into this a lot of times. Oh, I'm a good Christian. I'm a nice person. I'm just very kind and empathetic, and
Hi, Typhoon.
I wouldn't do anybody dirty. No, that's to get you to drop your guard, right? I mean, the thing is, you show people how you are. You show people how you are. And this guy's like, he's clearly in it for the paycheck, and he's mad. He's mad that he's not getting the money he was getting a year or two ago. Nobody is, except for Asmongold. Asmongold drank your milkshake, dude. Like, he took all your viewers. But like, God. Bro just wants one of those $1 million deals.
Yeah.
Make the money good enough. He keeps ignoring the kick chat all the time and has the audacity to complain. It's all an engagement stunt. This person says, so for anyone who's a streamer, which platform is best to stream? Talking about Kick and Twitch. Maybe instead of get off the internet, stop crying, get a real job instead of soliciting underage people for their parents' money, talentless nobodies. How come he already doesn't have millions of followers? Yeah.
One of Ember's dreams is to have an appropriate number of firearms,
Stop.
food for Scout, and a husband or waifu who loves her for who she is.
Okay, 1 and 2, yes. The last one, don't need it. Not looking. Not looking. Appropriate number of firearms, sure. Food for Scout, absolutely. Husbando or waifu, Don't care about that. Not looking. Not looking. Not interested. Not right now, anyway. I'm happy I'm happy being with my strays. I don't need a husbando. I don't need a waifu. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need a girlfriend. I just want my strays. That's it. Cool cats. Stop it. Yes, Leo. Yes, a dedicated dungeon bondage room. Yes, absolutely need. Crucial. That is top. That is S tier levels of needs in my hierarchy of needs.
This is just ridiculous. Guy really said skill issue with this whole chest. Yeah. Asmund said kick ain't broke, you are. Yeah, that's exactly it. People aren't watching you, it's a you problem. Yep. And if he's not giving you a chance, if he was only over there for a couple days or whatever, a couple streams, that's not bad, right? $1,700 for the day's worth of work.
No, not necessarily, Mall Cop.
It's not bad. God, just seriously, I can't even. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.
All right, and to cap off this little thing here, I'm going to show you guys what I posted on Twitter in response to this. Hopefully the feed will not have anything appropriate. Okay, good. I will show you what wait, I gotta go to my replies. Where is it? Here we go. I think it should be this one. Here it is. Yeah, so this is what I said in response to this. This was not Yeet, but it was the same thing as Dextro. It's not even about getting more views. It's about someone who flat out doesn't appreciate the viewership he has. If I had the kind of viewership on Kick and Twitch that allowed me to earn $1,700 in 9 hours of streaming, I would be over the moon with joy. Literally 99% of the rest of the country/world streamers included $1,700 for 9 hours is an absolutely amazing amount of revenue and would only encourage me to stream even more. This is just some rich asshole who doesn't give a fuck about his community, and the people have chosen to come to his stream and instead is complaining because he wants to be a millionaire instead of appreciating the community he has, regardless of its size. If nothing else, all this does is make me appreciate, value, and cherish those who come to my streams even more, because I know without them, I wouldn't be able to do this thing that I love to do, which is hopefully offer people a fun and entertaining stream where people can try and forget about the problems they're experiencing every day. That is what I said in response to a similar tweet, like the same tweet, just on 3 instead of Dexterra. Because that's how I feel. That is precisely how I feel. I'm here because of you guys, and I want to be here every day because of you guys. Because I love being here with you guys every single